I just wanted to do a brief report on the things that I'm working on right now on my YouTube channel. And for those of you that follow it, of course, you'll see this as evidenced by the uploads that I'm providing. But I am continuing to work on the Lankavatara Sutra, that would be Suzuki's translation. And I'm doing that on an unabridged basis, sort of piece by piece over the course of time. And in addition, am reciting and uploading many of Suzuki's actual commentary on the Lanka, which I consider to be very insightful and has helped me over the course of time gain a greater appreciation and understanding of that profound scripture. I'm also doing uploads from Edward Conz's translations of some of the Mahayana sutras, just little snippets, but hopefully these are ones that will have meaning and be appreciated by those of you who are listening to my channel. In a sense, getting toward the end of the line on my recitation of excerpts of Shinran's writings, but I will continue with those, as well as commentary on his writings by folks who have a lot more knowledge than I do about how to interpret what his teachings tell us about Shinjin and our potential for rebirth in the Pure Land. I'm also doing, on an unabridged basis, Nagarjuna's fundamental verses on the middle way, his Karika. And I'll tell you, I have to say that I don't claim to be able to understand a whole lot of that. Like one of my subscribers said, he understands about 3% of it. Well, I'm about there. But, for those of you that have the intellect and interest, this is a fundamental teaching within Mahayana Buddhism, particularly the Madhyamika school within Mahayana, and it's got great value. I understand the basic concept, but as far as his logic and the way that he hammers away at it, I'll leave that to better minds than mine. I'm also doing a few of the Dhammapada stories. This was at the request of a subscriber. These are just short snippets that have some good lessons, good life lessons. But what I may do actually is to recite a version of the Dhammapada itself. And I know there are many versions, I've read many versions, but with that being such a widely respected and read scripture within Buddhism, I think I may go ahead and tackle that at some point. One other thing I'm doing is the Yogacara Bhumi Sastra. That was at the request of a subscriber. I'm just kind of slogging through that bit by bit. It has not got as much of a flow to my ear as some of the other things that I've done, but there are some folks out there that are appreciating it. I think it's more from the Yogacara school within Mahayana, and I certainly want to be responsive to folks who are interested in hearing that particular work. I'm pleased, to say the least, that I now have hit the 1,000 subscriber mark, although, it's not a contest or not something that should be a basis for me to judge myself on. It's like it said in the Diamond Sutra, you work at helping all beings while at the same time recognizing that, we're all interconnected and there are no separate beings, as well as the fact that if what I'm doing here and what I'm providing is a gift, and I'm the giver and you're the receiver, there is really no difference between the giver, the gift, and the receiver. It's not that we are all one per se. We are, in a fundamental sense, all interconnected. So the way I see it is I'm kind of doing my little bit. Again, not as a totally separate entity or individual, separated from the rest, and certainly not without the support, in a sense, and the guidance of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas at the cosmic level, the Sambhogakaya, in relation to whom I feel great comfort and satisfaction in being a part of this great universe of sentient beings.